Hello everyone. Welcome back to Easy Computer Learning. In our last video, we learned about Task Manager. Today, we are going to learn about something that almost every computer user faces at some point: a slow computer. Why does a computer become slow? And how can you fix it yourself at home without spending any money? Let's learn everything step by step in a very simple and easy way. Why does a computer become slow? Before we fix the problem, we need to understand why a computer becomes slow in the first place. There are several common reasons. Too many programs running at the same time use up CPU and RAM and make everything slow. Too many startup programs make Windows start very slowly. A full hard disk with very little free space makes the computer slow. Virus and malware infections slow down the computer significantly. Old and outdated Windows and drivers cause performance problems. Too many temporary and junk files accumulated over time slow down the system. Overheating of CPU causes it to slow itself down to prevent damage. Very old or low RAM is not enough to handle modern programs smoothly. Simple example: a slow computer is like a very tired and overloaded worker. When one worker has too many tasks at the same time, everything takes longer to finish. The solution is to remove unnecessary tasks and let the worker focus on what is important. Fix 1. Restart your computer. The first and simplest fix is to restart your computer. Many people leave their computers on for days or weeks without restarting. Over time, RAM fills up with data from all the programs that have been opened and closed. Restarting clears the RAM completely and gives Windows a fresh start. Simply click on the Start button, then click on the power icon, and then click Restart. After restarting, your computer will feel noticeably faster. Simple example: restarting your computer is like taking a good night's sleep. After sleeping, you wake up fresh and ready to work efficiently. Your computer feels the same way after a restart. Fix 2. Disable startup programs. When you install many programs on your computer, most of them add themselves to the startup list. This means they all start running automatically when Windows starts, making your startup very slow. To fix this, press Ctrl, Shift, and Escape to open Task Manager. Click on the Startup tab. You will see a list of all programs that start with Windows. Right-click on any unnecessary program and click Disable. Disable everything that you do not need immediately when your computer starts, like Spotify, Discord, Skype, or any other app you do not use at startup. Keep your antivirus enabled in startup. After disabling unnecessary startup programs, your Windows will start much faster next time. Simple example: disabling startup programs is like telling unnecessary workers to come to the office later, instead of all arriving at the same time first thing in the morning. Less crowding at the start means everything runs smoother. Fix 3. Free up disk space. When your hard disk or SSD is almost full, your computer becomes very slow. Windows needs free space to create temporary files and to work properly. Always try to keep at least 15 to 20% of your storage free. To free up disk space, use the built-in disk cleanup tool. Click on the Start button and type Disk Cleanup and open it. Select your C drive and click OK. It will scan and show you how much space you can free up. Check all the boxes, including temporary files, recycle bin, and thumbnails. Then click OK and then delete files. This will free up several GB of space on your computer. You can also manually delete files you no longer need, old downloads, duplicate photos, and large video files you have already watched. Simple example: freeing up disk space is like cleaning out a full cupboard. When the cupboard is completely full, you cannot find anything and it is difficult to put new things in. Cleaning it out makes everything easier and faster. Fix 4. Scan for viruses and malware. Viruses and malware are one of the most common reasons for a slow computer. They run secretly in the background using your CPU and RAM without you knowing. To scan for viruses, open Windows Security by clicking on the Start button and typing Windows Security. Click on Virus and Threat Protection. Then click Quick Scan to do a fast scan. If you want a complete scan, click on Scan Options and then select Full Scan. Windows Security will scan your entire computer and remove any threats it finds. You can also use a free tool called Malware for an even more thorough scan. Download it from malwarebytes.com and run a free scan. It is very effective at finding and removing malware that regular antivirus might miss. Simple example: scanning for viruses is like calling pest control for your house. You might not see the pests easily, but they are there causing damage. Regular scanning keeps your computer clean and healthy. Fix 5. Update Windows and drivers. Outdated Windows and drivers can cause slowness and performance problems. Microsoft regularly releases updates that fix bugs and improve performance. To update Windows, go to Settings, then Windows Update, and click Check for Updates. Install all available updates. To update your drivers, you can use a free tool called Driver Booster. Download it from iobit.com and run it. It will automatically find and update all outdated drivers on your computer with one click. Simple example. Updating Windows and drivers is like servicing your car regularly. Regular service keeps the car running smoothly and prevents bigger problems later. Fix 6. Adjust visual effects for better performance. Windows has many visual effects and animations that make it look beautiful, but they use CPU and RAM. On older or slower computers, turning these off can make a noticeable difference in speed. To do this, right-click on this PC and click Properties. Then click on Advanced System Settings on the left side. Under the Performance section, click on Settings. A window will open with visual effects options. Select Adjust for best performance to turn off all visual effects. Or you can select Custom and only turn off the ones you do not need. Then click Apply and OK. Your Windows might look simpler, but it will run noticeably faster, especially on older computers. Fix 7. Increase virtual memory. When your RAM is full, Windows uses part of your hard disk as extra memory. This is called virtual memory or page file. If virtual memory is set too low, your computer will slow down when RAM is full. To increase virtual memory, right-click on this PC and click Properties. Click Advanced System Settings. Under Performance, click Settings. Click the Advanced tab. Under Virtual Memory, click Change. Uncheck the box that says Automatically Manage Paging File Size. Select Custom Size. Set initial size to 1.5 times your RAM in megabytes. Set maximum size to 3 times your RAM in megabytes. For example, if you have 4 GB RAM, set initial size to 6,144 megabytes and maximum size to 12,288 megabytes. Click Set and then OK. Restart your computer for changes to take effect. Simple example. Increasing virtual memory is like adding extra temporary storage space when your main storage is full. It gives Windows more room to work. Fix 8. Clean inside your computer. Dust is a very common but often ignored reason for a slow computer. When dust accumulates inside your computer, it blocks airflow and causes your CPU and GPU to overheat. When a CPU overheats, it automatically slows itself down to prevent damage. This is called thermal throttling. For a desktop computer, you can carefully open the side panel and use a can of compressed air to blow out the dust from inside. For a laptop, it is better to take it to a technician for cleaning. Also, make sure your computer is in a well-ventilated area with enough space around it for air to flow freely. Do not use a laptop on a soft surface like a bed or sofa, as this blocks the vents. Simple example. Cleaning dust from inside your computer is like cleaning the air filter of an AC. A clean filter allows proper airflow, and the AC works much more efficiently. Fix 9. Upgrade RAM or switch to SSD. If you've tried all the above fixes and your computer is still slow, it might be time for a hardware upgrade. If your computer has only 4 GB RAM, consider upgrading to 8 GB or 16 GB. More RAM allows your computer to run more programs smoothly at the same time. If your computer has an old hard disk, replacing it with an SSD is the single biggest upgrade you can make. As we learned in Topic 8, an SSD is many times faster than a hard disk. After installing an SSD, your computer will feel like a completely new machine. Windows will start in 10 seconds instead of 60 seconds, and everything will open much faster. Simple example. Upgrading RAM and SSD is like upgrading from a bicycle to a motorcycle. Same roads, but completely different speed and performance. Quick summary of all fixes. Fix 1 is to restart your computer regularly. Fix 2 is to disable unnecessary startup programs. Fix 3 is to free up disk space using disk cleanup. Fix 4 is to scan for viruses and malware. Fix 5 is to update Windows and drivers. Fix 6 is to turn off unnecessary visual effects. Fix 7 is to increase virtual memory. Fix 8 is to clean dust from inside your computer. Fix 9 is to upgrade RAM or replace hard disk with SSD. Start with Fix 1 and work your way down the list. Most people find that the first 4 or 5 fixes solve their slow computer problem completely. So now you know exactly why computers become slow and 9 proven ways to fix a slow computer yourself at home. Try these fixes one by one, and your computer will feel much faster and smoother. In our next video, we will learn about MS Word for Beginners Complete Guide. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon.